So Roger says you're ornery. Why is that? Why are you so ornery all the time?
That's I think beyond my vocabulary off the top of my head, but I think it means just on edge and gritty in some ways. But I try and play physical, and that's been a big improvement this year. But it's definitely, I'll take it as a compliment from 12.
Ryan Wood.
You talked about playing more physical and gritty. You've got your one sack and one quarterback hit shy of having the most you've had in the season. It's only been 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you've unlocked something in your pass rush?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I've always been more of a physical pass rusher, but this year I've really mixed it up well with more stunts and more speed moves just to keep the old lineman guessing. So just really mixing that up and having a better combination. And then when I do go more speed to power, having better pad level, getting off the ball better, and just having just a lot of confidence right now, I think it's been key to getting home more as of late.
Wes, Packers.com.
Hey, Dean, nice to see you. You know, kind of to play off of that, the power and, you know, the physicality side of it, was that something going into the season that you had focused on, or was that just through the course of camp that you kind of put your thumb on it? Where did that sort of, you know, have its origins?
Yeah, it was a focus going into the season, and I thought I really had some great rushers throughout training camp. So that gave me some confidence that I can rush at a high level. And then just taking into the year, the first 2 games, I think I went too much power. But throughout the past few games, I've actually gone more stunts. You know, notably with Rashawn, doing some good things with him. So just trying to keep old linemen guessing, and then when I do go power, making sure it's physical and with great pad level.
Bill, go ahead.
Yeah, Dean. So what is the challenge, or maybe not the challenge, but I guess I'll go with the challenge. What is the challenge facing a guy like Murray, who obviously can get out of the pocket and run at a moment's notice?
Yeah, it's a big challenge. You have to balance up being aggressive in your rush, but also making sure that you're not too aggressive, because if he finds a hole, he's going to scramble he'll gash you. So just making sure we know where he's at, you know, collapsing the pocket, because when he has time back there, when he can scramble, he's at his best. So that's a big challenge for us facing a guy like that.
Ryan Wood.
What has Devondre meant to this defense, and how long did it take for you to realize when he came in this summer that he might be the type of impactful guy that he's become?
We knew right away, just the way, you know, what he brings to the table, you know, just the way he leads in our huddle. He's fast. He's got great length. Every game he's balled out, and just having a guy like that behind you, it gives you more confidence up front, just because you know that at every level of defense we have playmakers, and he's someone that also just what he's all about. You know, he's just all about the team and just a great guy overall.
Wes.
Hey, Dean, to follow up on that, just with him taking over the communication headset this year, how has that been, and how do you think he's stepped into that role as far as sort of that captain leader with the defense?
Yeah, it's been really smooth so far. Obviously coming from Coach Barry, calling the plays, then relaying into Dre. He does a great job, especially against no huddle defense or offenses, really making sure we're all on the same page. So it's been really smooth so far this year.
Bill.
Yeah, Dean, you guys went from zero red zone stops in 6 games to 4 on Sunday. Was there anything you put your finger on there?
Again, I think more physicality down there in the red zone. That was a huge fourth and goal stop for us. But also just better pass rush lanes. A few times that we were upfield, they scrambled and, you know, found a lane there. But just making sure we're on the same page with our rushes. And then once they get into the third short area, being physical, having great pad level, and just doing our job. And it showed up throughout the whole game.
Ryan.
I want to go back to Devondre. You said you knew right away what type of guy he was. What do you, when did you first meet him personally? What do you remember from that encounter? And what was it that showed you right away that he was going to be this type of stud?
Yeah, I had followed him since college, because we came out the same year out of the Big Ten. He went to Minnesota, so I've followed him through the past number of years and always admired his game from afar, watching him play in Atlanta, and just how fast he played. And you can tell that he has a great football IQ, and he came in right away and just wanted to work. You could tell he's all about the team and just kind of leads by example. And throughout the past few weeks, he's been more vocal because he's playing at a high level, and we all, look to him to, for the calls, and he's been great so far.
We're going to do a couple more for Dean. Wes, go ahead.
Dean, Bill mentioned, obviously the start you're off too, but I mean, really the whole D line has kind of been doing that with, Kenny's off to the best start of his career. Kingsley has the 2 sacks to finish last week. That group in general, what do you think of the job you guys have done, and how important has that been with, some of the injuries elsewhere in the defense?
Yeah, it's been huge, especially with some of the injuries up front we've had, next man up mentality, and we've had to step up more on third down in particular. Especially with me and Kiki getting more reps on third down. In the past few weeks, we've really done some great things with sacks and pressures, and Kenny's always been great doing that. So if we can keep doing that, that'll be huge for a D line to really just have 4 guys up there that can really rush the passer and just have O linemen pick who they want to go against.
Bill?
Yeah, Dean, you've had to wrestle with, not you personally, but you've had to wrestle with the COVID with Tyler and Jerry. But what was your reaction when you learned that Devontae is out?
Yeah, that was a big surprise. He's obviously a huge part of our offense, probably the best receiver in the NFL. So, again, like we've dealt with all years, it's sort of next man up, and we have some great weapons just around him, and also with Aaron Jones and AJ, a great running game too. So I'm sure that's going to be part of the plan, just to get those guys going, and also with Randall and what he can do with on the perimeter there. So we have guys to get going, but also our job on defense is to get stops, and that's our focus.
Last one, Ryan.
Or I'm sorry to keep asking about Devondre, but I'm curious, how does it impact your game as a defensive lineman to have a linebacker like that playing behind you? Does that allow you any more freedoms? Does it change anything for you up front?
Yeah, I would say playing, up front, it makes the old lineman more aware of where he's at. So sometimes they'll have to come off earlier on double teams because they know he's a presence, he's a threat to really come downhill and make plays. So when we're getting double teamed, they're always aware of him. So it makes our job easier up front when you have a guy like that playing at an elite level that can really help out the whole front seven.